Thanks for coming.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. I think having you here now in this capacity of you being an adult is, I think to describe it as a child that lives away and comes to visit is way too simplistic, and is almost, not only is it too simplistic, but it just truly doesn't even encompass anything to describe, I think, when you're home. And so I had done a story when I picked you up from the airport and you saw me have the little octo buddy in the window, and you were like,
yes, I did see that.
You were like, please put that away. And which
Yeah.
I totally respect that. Got it. I picked you up from the airport. It was a very haphazard last minute of me even putting my little octo buddy phone on my car window to even record picking you up. And what happened was, picking you up, knowing I was recording, and then kind of doing this emotional preparation just to see you, I also was having to let go of the stress that has been of the months of business, of building, of money, of the responsibilities, of all of these things. To make myself be present with you in that moment, I had to let those things go. And it was a shift that I wasn't necessarily realizing I was having to do. And so then while I was filming it, it was like, picking up Summer from the airport. And meanwhile, the phone is recording this whole dialogue of just me. And I'm all of a sudden realizing, wow, it's been a big couple of months. It's been a big couple of months of a lot of pressure, a lot of, I don't know how any of this is going to work. I don't know if, this other thing that I'm starting to invest in.
Right.
In motherhood too, there's so much in which you just have to go. And it's not go as in picking up kids, making dinner, doing the dishes, getting back up in the morning and trying to make sure you go to bed on time yourself. It's even more than that, I think, when you own multiple businesses and as an entrepreneur, because there is most definitely a lonely space of time in which everything is riding on the line. All of that is very quiet, but it all is swimming in there. Constant, constant, constant. Reminds me of that image of the duck that is swimming ferociously with its little orange feet under the water, right? But on the surface, the duck looks just cruising along on the pretty pond, right? But there's so much momentum underneath there. What is it like for you when you were gone for large portions of time, and then for you to come home? What is your emotional process in having to do that? Because you can't just drive home, you have to get on an airplane.
Right.
So,
I mean, honestly, that's something I haven't really thought too deeply about. So I feel like I'll kind of figure that out as we're talking. But I know that when I was in college, the biggest moment was like the first time coming home, my freshman year of college, because it was like that first time where I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been here, and it's like that weird moment of like, I felt different, just growing up, and then everything was still the same at home, and it was kind of like a weird feeling at first. But I don't get that anymore. Just not that I feel like I'm not growing anymore, but
just get into the rhythm of you're gone, then you come back.
Yeah, but it is always like a massive, I don't know. Just coming home, I feel like I just kind of relax in a way that I don't usually.
Do you have any particular emotional state when you are like, oh, I'm going home this weekend, or I'm getting ready to go home? Is there a shift that you have to do? I feel like mine was a big set of emotions that I explained. Do you have to make a mental or emotional shift to come back?
Not really. I mean,
that's great.
Because I think about like I'm going home. You know, there's
Yeah.
that it should be a simple, lovely thing.
When you do come home, what is the thing that you typically look forward to? Is there anything particular? Is it about the food? Is it about...
I think I really do just like seeing everyone and, you know, whatever 30 things you've decided to fixate on, you know, for the next couple months. And then, you know, same thing with Matthew. I feel like he always has a new thing that he's, you know, interested in. And then George and Luke, what, you know, how they're growing, you know, how their interests, you know, and their personalities are developing, which is always so lovely to see.
Even as a 24-year-old, what is it like seeing like your parents, thinking of your parents as a 12-year-old Summer, thinking of family versus 15-year-old versus 20-year-old, and now here you are at 24. I mean, you're at that place of you are seeing your own parents start to age and change when you come home too.
It's definitely interesting because you just see there's that gradual shift from purely looking at your parent as the parent to just seeing them, you know, more as just a human, you know, in all of their parts.
A person.
Yeah, and then there's that interesting shift where, you know, I feel like you never quite stop relying on or needing your parents, but there is that shift from, you know, do you rely on them less in like a day-to-day, and it turns into closer to like a friendship almost, you know? I don't think that like peace of home, you know, that you feel with your parents like ever really changes. I don't think that has since I was a kid, but it's definitely the actual relationship and the way you guys communicate, you know, I think it develops just because, you know, I'm not just like, hey mom, are you gonna buy me this, or when are you taking me, you know, you don't have that. So
what do you feel like at this stage of your life you have a look for yourself style-wise that you identify when it comes to home? Or
to home, I don't know. I've always loved the idea of where people like make their own mismatched cups for their homes and buy whether it's like an olive oil bottle, whatever glass bottles that they collect, usually it's like wine bottles, they'll score them and stain them, and that turns into their dishware or their glasses. And so I'd like the idea of doing that with a bunch of little mismatched cups.
Yeah. This is the first visit in a while where I feel like we've had nothing planned.
Yeah,
It was
and
very
wasn't that
last
at all.
minute. It was very...
I did, Gino talked to me this morning about that. He was like, so what have you guys been doing? So he like didn't understand that we weren't doing anything. And like we didn't need to be like, you know, going to a concert or like targeting some event or you know, have to be someone's wedding.
It was so last minute.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there is nothing planned. In years past, we've rented a cottage. We would go stay along Lake Michigan. We would be more, I guess, more intentional about whatever some of the things that we were going to do. And this time has just been completely wherever the wind blows,
right,
day to day. Sometimes I feel like it's like there's a fire under my buns.
Yeah.
And I try to do it as much as I possibly can.
You're just a little duck.
I'm a little duck. Yep. I need to give my webbed feet a chance to stop.
Yeah.
Maybe go sit on the shore. Sit along the bank, you know?
Clean your feathers.
Clean my feathers a minute. Yeah. So when it comes to your next visit, hopefully in a short amount of time, I think the family has sadness when Summer is away too long. Do you? I do.
You guys like start talking to me like I'm an acquaintance. You know? You do. You're like, oh, how are you? Oh, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. You know, you give me that generic
Start to lose touch.
Yeah.
I loved it how Brady, over the last couple months, started saying we have to call Summer. Who called Summer? Did someone see where Summer was? Did you ask her why she's late?
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's like 9 o'clock and I'm already in bed.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I get flooded with like 10 FaceTimes.
Yeah. The family is having dinner. Where are you, Summer? And it's his own way of being nurturing and remembering you. But thanks, Summer, for hanging out.
Yes.
Just a brief little catch up. Until next time, my motto has always been to live a life of no regrets and do the best you can.
Yeah.
And when you screw up, admit it and then just keep moving on. So thanks for participating in that, and I'll catch you later.